All right, one more time. This one is going to be a little bit different, and then it's not going to be all that different. I am going to revisit Swift's somewhat broken race point system one final time. I swear to God, guys, this is going to be the last time ever. It's going to be the final experiment. I'm going to do a joint start race, which is this one, the Swift Epic race, the Muckle Yin. That's 47 kilometers, I think. And I am just going to use it as a zone 2 ride in hopes of dumping my race ranking below 730. Again, I advanced one full point from yesterday's race. I managed to finish 14th or something in an advanced race, and apparently that got me an extra point there. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go waste, I don't know, an hour and a half on this thing here, and then we're gonna see what happens with my race ranking. Well, you can say, okay, if the system determines that you're in the advanced category, shouldn't you just be staying there? Sure, I should. There's no doubt about that. But I think the system might be a little bit broken. I've talked about that in earlier videos, but I think one of the major issues here is that Zwift, as some of you were nice enough to point out, has a, sort of a heart deck for how low your profile is going to go. Sort of a baseline, really. And it's just going to place you there. And no matter what you do, apparently, it's not going to move you below that point. However, my current point, or where I've kind of been stuck for 4 months, is not where I started, like, at all. I was stronger when I was, I think, a 630 or something like that, and I was there for a long, long time. And then I managed to get into a, pretty good stretch of races where I finished high. I managed to win one, and I ended up in the advanced layer. And then, since then, I've gotten my butt handed to me for 3 months straight, really. And the most I've been able to lose in terms of points is one single point. That is it. I went from 730 to 729, and I went back up yesterday. But my point is, I think the system is flawed, given the fact that somehow Zwift expected people to race up more, because seemingly the only way you can lose race points is by losing positions to people who are ranked below you. And the catch-22 of this is that people are simply not racing up. So you don't get to race in the advanced layer with people who are, say, 100 places beneath you. That's just not happening. So no matter what you do, if you're caught, sort of in limbo, when you're someone like me who's like 2-3 points ahead of the actual cutoff, which is 725, so I'm like 3-4 points above that, I am never going to race anybody who's ranked below me. That means I'm not going to lose against those people. That means no matter how badly I lose, I'm not going to lose race points. I'm going to be stuck there forever unless somebody decides to race up and beat me. And like I said, not too many people racing up. So this is going to be a nice Zone 2 ride, and we're just going to see where it happens. I'm going to put a screenshot of my Zwift profile, after the race. I'm just going to put it in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. And when I say I'm not an advanced rider, that should pretty much speak for itself. But we'll get to that. And in regards to people not racing up, I can kind of understand where Zwift is coming from with regards to that, because in the old days, or whatever you want to call it, it was pretty normal to see some of the really strong B people moving up into the A-Cat and racing there, even though there were still technically B riders. So that would happen quite frequently. But I think the advanced layer is pretty much a place where you would expect the A+ guys and gals to roam mostly. And of course, that's going to scare some people off. Or the fact that now that we actually have a category system in place, people are adhering to that pretty strongly, saying, okay, don't accuse me of sandbagging because my rank tells me I'm a B, so I'm going to race as a B. But like I said, I think it's a little flawed. But I can understand why they would have been thinking like that in the first place. What I can't understand is why they wouldn't change it. But it's probably not a problem to many people. But someone like me gets caught in the limbo between a rock and a hard place, and well, there you have it. So I'm going to test the hell out of this thing. So the draft meter is still active on the climbs, though I kind of doubt that at 17 kilometers per hour it's going to give you very much, if anything at all. So this is just the thing about Scotland, really. It's just up and down the entire way. There's not a single piece of flat on this thing. From here to the roundabout is probably the flattest you're going to see it. And again, everybody, I apologize for constantly gravitating back towards this issue here, but you know, you could say, why did you just put your nose to the grindstone, maybe structure your training a little bit better, and move up the ranks instead? And yeah, you're absolutely right, I could do that. Or I don't know, I could try to do that. I'm not really sure whether or not I can, but that's not really the issue. This is all about curiosity at this point here. This thing is driving me nuts. And I cannot be the only one who's caught in this limbo here, where you're ranked so low that you just break the category, but unless somebody races up, effectively you're stuck there because you're never going to lose ranking points, no matter how much you lose, because you're always racing somebody above you. And we're just going to have to figure out whether or not that's actually the case here. I swear to God, this is the last time I'm going to look at this. Scouts on it. All right, moment of reckoning. This is going to bump me down to the race point standing. If it doesn't, then nothing's going to work. Maybe except not racing for like 3 months or so, but I'm not going to do that. So I guess, I promise, cross my heart, hope to this is going to be the last time I revisit this topic. If I don't get bumped down this time, I'm going to have to get myself a trainer and get better. That is the only answer. All right, stay tuned. We'll know in a second.